Ashton Hall, also known as the morning routine guy, has been getting L's handed to him for the last couple of weeks.
Run it back. Be a fraud.
It started with getting called out for scamming his clients for personalized social media coaching, no shocker there. Then he started getting called out for being a sore loser after getting outran by iShowSpeed.
Nobody's a tie.
What are you saying? Who won?
Nobody.
A race which he organized, and this was on top of all the wacky things he was already doing on social media, which people have already memed to death, and I'm sorry, but his content just looks like it's made with AI. How is he so smooth? Still, the man keeps growing at an unprecedented rate on social media, partially because of these collabs with guys like Speed, DJ Khaled, and the country of India. Now, I don't know the dude personally, so he might be an alright guy in person, despite not seeming like it, but things are not looking good for Ashton Hall, as he's unironically becoming one of the largest fitness creators in the scene and has become exposed for quite a few mishaps over the last couple of months. Let's start with his morning routine, which I've already made a video about, where he gets up at absurd times, does absurd things like continuously dunking his face into cold water, shouting affirmations at himself in the mirror like he's casting a spell, and sprinting around his neighborhood in Dubai like he's being chased by the IRS, or trying to smuggle a fat stack of Turk across the border. Now, if all of these things helped him get faster, then great. But apparently it didn't, because Ashton Hall just got humbled, not once, not twice, but 4 separate times by streamer iShowSpeed, a guy whose entire brand is based around being chaotic, loud, and not a track athlete. The guy is pretty fast and athletic though, but Ashton trains like his life depends on a 40-yard dash, and he still got cooked. On camera, with the confidence of somebody who had already bought the trophy. He was even bragging about how he was gonna try to not make Speed look bad, and that he would quote-unquote dust his ass.
Speed, I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna look back at you while I'm running.
All right, bet.
I'm gonna look back over my shoulder.
Now, losing itself isn't a crime, there is no shame in coming second or third in something ever. But the way Ashton handled being handed the L, he immediately turned into the fitness version of Mr. Krabs with excuses like his hands and feet were tied together, the track was slippery, mercury was in the Gatorade, his tan wasn't right. I guess whatever it took to avoid admitting that he got outpaced. Heck, he even staged falling the first time because of how slow he was. Then his camera guys started glazing him, saying how he actually tied or whatnot.
He started before me and still lost. You lost. Yo, get off his dick! I know y'all on his team, but get off his dick!
Anyways, he was making every excuse under the sun, even trying to disprove a literal video of him showing that he lost. Especially the third time when he even got a head start.
He's delusional! Child, look at this! He went before me and still lost.
Like, my man, it's a foot race, and if you're trying to lie to make it seem like you're tied on just a foot race, then imagine how much he would lie for any other potential financial gain. I think it says so much about your character when you can't accept a loss even when it's so clear. That's how most of us would act in like 2nd grade, not when we're near 30. But let's put this ego thing aside for a second, because getting beat in a race isn't even the worst of it. Ashton was recently getting exposed for scamming people through his social media coaching, and then got his lawyers to basically threaten the guy who exposed it.
Ashton Hall had his lawyer send me a cease and desist last night at midnight. They want me to take down the video where I shared screenshots of people that were allegedly scammed by him.
Yeah, the same guy who screams put in the work at 4 AM seemingly can't be bothered to answer a few emails or deliver on his mentorship packages which cost thousands of dollars. And apparently you can become an affiliate where you make 30% if you sell his mentorship to somebody else. Now, a couple of clients of his came forward saying that they either never received feedback, never got their promised one-to-one calls, and were basically ghosted harder than that girl you matched with on Tinder after noticing that you're shorter than Greg Doucette on stilts. What is that, 5'3"? Jokes aside, this is the classic fake guru pipeline. Step 1, go viral showing some wacky stuff, hovering in the air, fancy water, and crazy lifestyle. Step 2, slap mindset and hustle on everything to make it seem like it's just because you're so successful that everything you touch and do causes success to others. Step 3, sell overpriced nonsense to teens or desperate men who think that getting up at 3:48 AM will fix their lives. Step 4, collect the bag and disappear. My guy even wears a Rolex to the gym to show off how wealthy he is. As a watch enthusiast myself, I can tell you nobody who is actually interested in watches themselves wears a Rolex to go sprinting. It's all for show and just to try selling you that $5,000 lifestyle coaching. And don't even get me started on the fake natty claims.
Do you ever feel like your results are so extreme that people assume you take steroids?
100%. But it never bothered me. I was never pissed off about it. I don't want people to think that what I'm doing is normal. They should think I'm on some type of performance or enhancement drug. They should. Because my workout routine is not normal. It's not like theirs.
for somebody who swears by cold showers and belief systems, being religious and all that, Ashton has a physique that is suspiciously lean and dense year-round. At this point, his muscle mass just looks like it was rendered by AI, because how the hell is he so smooth? So, how did we get here? How did a guy who just wanted to run fast and scream into the void become center of a scandal, a walking meme, and a cautionary tale? Well, it starts with the fitness industry's favorite cocktail: ego, monetization, and a sprinkle of Marcus Rule's Thunfisch protein shake.
Thunfisch protein shake.
Now, before Ashton was getting roasted for race losses and refund requests, he was everywhere. Even back in 2023 and 24, you could scroll through TikTok and see his face all over the place, either sprinting like he does now, or some type of weird looking workout. He was basically a jump scare. And now has all these super viral videos that all follow the same formula. 1. Wake up before the sun. 2. Ice bath or cold water in the face before adding some drip. 3. Run like a gym bro after seeing a female. 4. Scream some motivational quotes. 5. Cut to a quick pump and a shirtless flex. It's like if David Goggins and Phil Heath had a baby, if Andrew Tate raised it. But it worked. People actually ate up his content like Ronnie Coleman eats chicken 2 weeks out from the Olympia. His content is basically engineered for virality. It's short, loud, intense, and has aesthetically sharp edges. You would see him running shirtless in slow motion while yelling something about rising above mediocrity, and for a split second, you might feel like you're doing cardio. But behind the eye-catching content, he actually has a pretty smart strategy. Ashton has actually mastered this visual language of hustle culture. Everything he does is high energy, high contrast, high dopamine. The kind of stuff that makes a 15-year-old boy in compression shirt think that success is just a matter of carrying sticks through the forest or selling a guide on how to finish high school. But at some point, it stopped being inspiring. The dude was just waking up earlier than most farmers and doing wind sprints with 0 calories in his body just to tell you to believe in yourself. But virality has a funny way of working. The more absurd or extreme something looks, the more people are gonna share that with their friends. And half of his audience was maybe inspired, the other half was probably laughing. Either way, Ashton won by beating the algorithm. Suddenly, Ashton wasn't just TikTok famous, he was stepping into mainstream recognition, becoming the face of a very particular type of grindset absurdity. But with rapid growth always comes scrutiny, like we see far too often with these super viral internet celebrities. And unfortunately for Ashton, the same energy he used to climb the algorithm is now being used to drag him back down. Now, he's not losing any followers. I think he will keep boosting up until he reaches at least 20 million on Instagram alone. But people are now starting to recognize that, hey, this guy makes some solid content, but he's just another guru trying to sell you something that he's knowingly or unknowingly not delivering on. As much as I understand the value in coaching, as I work with that myself, specifically for guys who want to get leaner and build muscle and strength, I would never in my life trust somebody whose only claim to fame is doing weird morning routines and taking steroids. Like, would you rather be coached by somebody who took years of education and works by spreading good information, or somebody who posts slow motion captures of sprinting and charges 5 times as much because he's now famous? Now, he might be a much better fitness coach than he is a social media coach, but the point still stands. And the nickname Speed probably gave him couldn't be more fitting.
You are a fraud! Come on, he's too slow. Run it back. He a fraud.
But what do you guys think? Is Ashton Hall even positive for the industry? Does he contribute to anything, or is he just another guru trying to sell you a course? Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments, and sorry if the voiceover is a bit weird on this one because I just got home from being sick, and I'll see you all next time.